For more information on today's program, contact Erica Taylor Montgomery at threegirlsmedia.com. Now, back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Good morning and welcome back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy, where we help educate you and deliver a total knockout with your public relations, your marketing, social media, and so much more. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and I'm the founder and CEO of Three Girls Media, which is a public relations and social media marketing agency that really specializes in working with small to mid-sized companies with very cost-effective solutions. You can find us online at threegirlsmedia.com. That's threegirlsmedia.com. And, I do offer a complimentary consultation where we'll have the opportunity to talk specifically about your PR and social media needs and goals. And if you really want to make a splash with your company in the new year and increase your business's brand awareness and name recognition, you should really visit threegirlsmedia.com today and then either call or email me and make an appointment for that consultation. There is no better time to get started on your marketing than in the beginning of the new year. So speaking of marketing your business, I want to remind you of an upcoming event that I am hosting on February 13th from 11 to 1. It's called Going Mobile, the key to maximizing your marketing in 2013. And this is taking place in Campbell in the South Bay. And we're going to talk about what it means to market to mobile customers and how you can get started on doing that right now. Now, some of the things that we're going to cover include the trends that are driving mobile marketing, things that you can do right now to make your website mobile ready, and then beyond your website, some other mobile marketing techniques that you can try. We're going to cover what's coming up in mobile marketing for the upcoming year and whether you should invest in either a mobile app for your business or a mobile website. So all of that again happening February 13th. It's called Going Mobile, the key to maximizing your marketing in 2013. And to register or get more information for that event, it's very easy. Simply go to webstrategycamp.com. That's webstrategycamp.com. All right, let's dive into round 2 of Punch Media and Marketing today. And we're going to switch topics and chat about revitalizing your company's public relations efforts, which is absolutely a perfect topic for the start of the new year. Our guest this half hour is Kojenwa Moist, who's an MBA who provides consulting services to both private and Fortune 500 companies that are really seeking to raise their profile and rebrand themselves to maximize performance. Now, she helps clients to reach their both professional and personal goals, not only by developing and launching new products, but also by changing consumer perceptions using strategic development and innovative solutions. Welcome to Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy, Kojenwa.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here.
I'm really happy to have you on the show and cover this topic because it's one that we really haven't dived into thoroughly yet on the show.
Yeah.
And I know that our listeners are likely going to have questions about revitalizing their company's public relations efforts. So I do encourage you to call in live. You can reach us toll free. 800-516-1220 is the number. Again, that's 800-516-1220. So, Kojenwa, why don't we start with some examples of maybe some successful and innovative brands that you think are doing a really good job of public relations and that you feel are worth noting in the market today?
Absolutely. And I'll always go back to the ones that we know and love and use every single day. So companies like Google, for example, when they were starting out, they were neck and neck with a company like Yahoo and found that their ways of innovating their strategies and how to reach the public marketplace were so varied and genius that we now believe, most people believe in God and Google is what they say. So every time you want to run a search, where are you going to go? You're going to go to Google. Bing is a pretty strong contender, and they've been putting a lot of advertisements out in the marketplace. But certainly Google is at the forefront of the search revolution and the internet search revolution.
Absolutely. And, not only is it the company name, but it's become both a noun and a verb.
It has. It has. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you open Webster's dictionary and, to Google someone becomes a noun.
Right. Yeah.
It's wild.
So are there any other companies that you think are really standouts in today's market?
Yeah. Absolutely. Companies like Apple, we look at people like Steve Jobs and we can see that he is a game changer. He came in with technology that was already there. Everyone had the technology. Everyone had the touchscreen technology. And here comes Steve Jobs and thinking, how are we going to allow people to think about using their personal computers in hand and also pick up the telephone? So it's just to illustrate that one has to think about what the consumer need is and go to that. And those are the companies that are going to become much more successful. Certainly other companies, I'm Canadian. I love Second Cup was one of the largest coffee companies in Canada and illustrated the concept of fair trade. So the concept doesn't necessarily have to include nanos and quants and computer technologies and ions, but simply an idea that you can go to that people will benefit from.
Absolutely. And, I think that holds true no matter what the size of your company is. Even if you're a solo entrepreneur, it holds true. So I think that's really, really key to know exactly what your niche market is, how you differentiate yourself in the marketplace, and then, of course, having a great name that can become memorable so people know how to find you. The topic, of course, is revitalizing your company's public relations efforts, but there are so many things that can actually go wrong that will make you need to revitalize your public relations. So what are some things that you think can negatively impact a company's brand?
Oh, there are many. If we think back to the BP example when that huge spill took place, do you remember that time?
Of course.
Yeah. And essentially the CEOs were very dismissive to the environmentalists. And it's not a good thing to disenfranchise people who are speaking out. You have to address issues out there in the marketplace as it pertains to your brand. The idea when they addressed the spill was that it was not a big deal. And that can negatively impact your brand. Everything is a big deal when it comes to your brand. It's just like your baby, really, So if a teacher came to you and said, your kid is not behaving well in class, you would take it personally. And it's the same thing when you have a brand. It's your entity. It's a being in and of itself, and everything is a big deal. So what you find is in the social media marketplace, if people are commenting about how terrible their experience was, think about airlines, for example, when airlines were not stepping up to their game and people would say, well, this airline treated me poorly. Those things matter. You have to listen to the marketplace. That's your public. And fortunately, we have a forum such as Twitter or Instagram and so forth, where people can communicate their experiences.
One of the things that is so critically important and that I absolutely preach when it comes to social media marketing is your fan engagement. If people comment, whether it's positive or negative, whether they retweet, whether they share, no matter what that kind of engagement is, it's really your responsibility as a company or business owner to make sure that you communicate back with that person and either thank them for their comment, address their concerns if it's a negative comment, thank them for retweeting or whatever it may be. But that communication line and keeping it open on social media is so important, and it will help you build your fan base and ensure that people become loyal to your brand. And it really shows that you care about the people that are using your products or your service if you engage them that way on your social media. So, responding to your comments, awareness in fans, at least within a 24-hour period, I think is really critically important to do. So Kajenwa, when we come back from the break, I want to talk a little bit about your suggestions for revitalizing PR initiatives when the momentum is gone. And we'll touch base on that as soon as we get back from the break.
Sounds great.
You're listening to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and you can find more about today's topics on the Punch Marketing blog at punchmarketing.biz. We'll be right back after the break.